Welcome to this webinar about the subject area of industrial engineering and management here at KTH. Today, me, Cinthya, and Fredrik will be your hosts. As I mentioned, I'm Cinthya. I'm from Mexico, and I study the Master in Industrial Management. I am currently in my second year. And right here next to me is Fredrik.
Yeah, thank you, Cinthya. So I'm Fredrik, and I work as the director of the first and second cycle education at the ITM school.
Today, we'll introduce you to the world of industrial engineering and management here at KTH, along with the exciting master programs that we offer in the field. You'll get a deeper understanding of how a master's degree can shape your future and open up various and different career paths. We'll also dive into the research happening in this area and how our education stays closely connected to the industry. In the Q&A, you'll have the chance to ask questions to some of our current students who are ready to share their experiences and a glimpse into the student life here. Let me first give you a brief overview of KTH, the Royal Institute of Technology. This university was established in 1827, and since the start, KTH has been at the center of many of the technological advances in Sweden. In the early 1950s, the country's first nuclear reactor was installed on campus, and at the same time, Sweden's very first TV station went on the air across the street. Over the last 200 years, KTH has gone on to become one of the most prominent technical universities in Europe, attracting talent from all over the world. We have over 13,000 full-time students, and of them, over 2,000 are international master's students, such as myself. KTH also attracts around 2,000 PhD students, many of them from outside of Sweden. And today, KTH is ranked top 100, precisely on the place 78 in the world ranking of 2026 QS. The average acceptance rate, which is the number of admitted students in relation to the number of applicants who met the admission requirements for a specific program, last year for the master programs was 29%. The acceptance rate varies widely between the programs and changes every year depending on the number of qualified applicants and places available in each program.
So 2 reasons out of many why choosing a program at KTH is a good decision. So first, though it's a challenge-driven education, KTH encourages students to approach real-world problems from new perspectives, contributing to a brighter tomorrow. Secondly, as a KTH student, you gain access to cutting-edge research infrastructures and state-of-the-art technical equipment that meet the highest international standards. KTH also has a close relationship with both small and large companies, and there are many opportunities for working with them in project courses or writing your master thesis and so on. Or if you're interested to work with our technology transfer office, KTH Innovation, to try out your entrepreneurial skills from early on during your stay at KTH.
KTH activities are separated into 5 subject areas, which are also referred to as schools. Each of these are heading a number of departments, centers of excellence, undergraduate study programs, and research activities. During the autumn, we've held webinars for each subject area. And today is the last webinar, but if you've missed any of the other and are interested in more subject areas, you find all the recordings on our website, which is shown on screen. Today, we're focusing on industrial engineering and management, and we're introducing the master programs that we offer.
So our activities cover the engineering, technological, and economical knowledge necessary to be able to develop new products, materials, and production processes in a sustainable fashion, as concerns technical management, financial profitability, and the environment. And the school has a strong faculty with about 50 professors. So in this picture, you can see an overview of KTH main campus in central Stockholm. And even though the campus is located in the city center, it is in a very green surrounding. You can see on the right-hand side, you can see the Royal National Park. This is very characteristic for Stockholm, that despite being in a busy capital city, it's full of parks and nature. And ITM is located at the main campus, which is home of the majority of KTH programs.
Yes, and during a usual day as a student, I usually arrive to KTH by the metro, which is shown there on the map as public transport. And then my classes, they are spread out. Sometimes they take place in the ITM buildings, as shown in the map, which are far up on the campus, but they can also take place in other buildings. And of course, I also often go to the library, which you can see in the center there. and that's where I get to meet and study with my friends.
So our core knowledge areas include industrial design innovation, product and production development, materials development, energy technology, learning and engineering sciences, as well as industrial economics, organization management. The school's educational programs are popular and have many applicants, and the programs are constantly evolving, and we work extensively with the follow-up of courses and programs. I will introduce you to our master program offering, which is 12 English-taught 2-year programs. So first, the master's program in engineering material science as a cross-functional approach, exploring existing materials, processes, and applications, and provide you the skills to develop new ones. And now Cinthya will talk about her master's program.
Yes, so my master program, Industrial Management. This master program targets students with a profound engineering background who aim to take leadership positions in industrial and technology-based organizations. Students acquire an understanding of value creation and specialize in areas such as management, leadership, supply chain, industrial transformation, managing research and innovation, strategy, and industrial marketing. I myself did my bachelor's in chemical engineering, and I've chosen to further develop my knowledge in sustainability topics through the electives that are offered in the program. There's also the master program in integrated product design that teaches students how to create sustainable products, services, systems, and business models. In one of two distinct specializations, students can either explore product, service, and system design in relation to users and markets, or management of innovation and product development processes. There's also the master program in machine design, which explores the cutting-edge techniques and principles that drive the creation of the machines that power our world. From concept to creation, students can delve into the intricacies of mechanical systems, learning to analyze, design, and optimize everything from robotics and automotive components to sustainable energy solutions. Now Fredrik will give you the rundown of the remaining ones.
Yeah. So the use of electronics and software to enhance mechanical products is becoming increasingly complex, yet critical to meet the future functionality and performance needs. And students in the master's program in mechatronics explore this synthesis and integration of mechanical, electrical control and software engineering. And then we have the master's program in production engineering management, which handles the engineering and management aspects of production and how they interact together. The engineering side includes manufacturing technologies, automation, maintenance, and production development tools and methods. And the management side includes operation strategy, planning and management of resources for a sustainable production environment. A master program in sustainable energy engineering provides advanced education in solar energy, power generation, energy utilization and transformation of energy systems. Students gain a multidisciplinary foundation in energy engineering and skills to manage complex energy-related problems with a life cycle perspective. The master program in sustainable production development focuses on the sustainable design and development of production systems. Students acquire skills to create advanced production systems and transition existing systems, focusing on circular material flows, increased digitalization, automation, energy usage, and new manufacturing technologies. And finally, the master's program in technology-based entrepreneurship, which provides students with the skills to drive innovation at large corporations or create and grow their own entrepreneurial ventures. It combines a strong focus on technology with expertise in entrepreneurship, innovation, and venturing. And some of these programs will have program-specific webinars in the upcoming weeks. If you want a more detailed introduction and if you want to meet the program representatives, then you should register via our website and also make sure to join, of course. There are also 2 additional master programs that are joint programs, and that's our programs that are in collaboration with international institutions and organizations. So this means that you will study at KTH and also at one or more European universities. We have DENSYS, so decentralized smart energy systems. So these systems play a vital part in the transition towards a lower carbon society by integrating renewable energy sources into the energy system. Students in the program acquire skills to design, size, optimize, and operate these energy systems. Then we have the Environmental Pathways for Sustainable Energy Systems program. And this program equips students with skills to minimize the environmental impact of current and future energy systems. Students gain a broad knowledge of energy systems and follow a specialization in, for example, energy efficiency, solar systems, offshore energy. Now, note that joint programs might have different application processes and deadlines compared to the normal 2-year master programs at KTH, but you will find more information available on the program page about that.
So now that we've told you all about our master programs, we can tell you about how to apply, because the application period is already open. First step is by start visiting the website to explore the master programs and find the ones that match your interests. Next is to check the admission requirements on each program page. Then you apply through the university admissions page, which is the Swedish National Application System, and you submit your application by January 15th. This just means that you rank your preferences. By February 2nd, you make sure you've uploaded all required documents to your application. And it's important to note that if you're not an EU, EEA, or Swiss citizen, you will need to pay the application fee of 900 Swedish crowns by February 2nd as well. It's one fee, and no matter how many programs you apply to, you can apply for, and you can apply for up to 4 programs. The admission results are published on March 26th. And if you want more details about the application procedure, just make sure to join the webinar in December together with the admission staff. For the admission requirements, first there are general requirements that apply to all master programs. So you need to have a bachelor's degree equivalent to a Swedish bachelor's degree or other corresponding academic qualifications from an internationally recognized university. And you can also apply if you're in your final year of bachelor studies. You must also meet the English language requirement, which is equivalent to Swedish upper secondary school English course B6. And in some cases, there are also country-specific requirements, so make sure to check if these apply to you. And finally, each program has its own specific requirements, which may include a certain number of credits in a particular subject area or a specific main field of study. And Fredrik will tell you all about the application documents.
Yeah. So when you apply, you need to upload several supporting documents and that prove that many of the things that Cinthya just mentioned. So the exact requirements depend on the program and your country of previous studies, and all details are explained on our website. But a short overview. So first, you need to provide the degree certificates and diplomas officially issued by your university, the transcripts of records showing your completed courses and grades, the proof of English proficiency, either through a test or previous studies, a copy of your passport or another valid ID, showing your personal data and photograph. And in addition, each program may require specific documents. It could be a CV, a letter of motivation, letter of recommendation, or a summary sheet or something like that. So make sure to upload the required documents for each program that you apply to. And then to talk about the research at the competence centers at KTH. So these address newer subject areas, and these efforts are often conducted in joint projects with businesses and various societal bodies, and the majority of our centers maintain close connections with industry. Some of them also act as liaisons offices between KTH and other universities. So most of our students work closely with industry during project courses and writing their master thesis, and a few examples from our students you can see here on the screen.
Yes, so Azar and Lingeswaran are 2 of the students who are working with answering your questions right now in the Q&A. And some examples that, like Fredrik was mentioning about close collaboration with industry, are I have current classes that have different study visits, and they link current problems to our problem-based learning. And these study visits, some of them are only useful, or the aim is to just work on one report, but there are others who carry out period-long or semester-long projects. There's also lots of guest lecturers from industry, and they bring in their different perspectives from the companies that they're working for in different functional areas, and they can range from change management, consulting, all the way to digital transformation and so much more.
So, and one of the fantastic things about studying at KTH that's worth emphasizing is that our graduates are equipped with the knowledge and tools needed to help move society towards a more sustainable future. Sustainability is a main driver for our research, and is also well integrated into all of our master programs at the ITM. So our university's core values are based on democracy, human rights, freedom, free and open discussion, and equal values of human beings. And we continuously work on the integration of these aspects into our educational programs, and of course in a way that is relevant to the studied subjects. And here you can see the different departments at ITM. So in each department, research is carried out in a number of different areas. The focus is on industrial design innovation, product and production development, sustainable energy technology, energy systems analysis, climate systems and policy studies, materials development, micro and nanotechnology, industrial economics, organization and management, as well as learning and engineering sciences. So the ITM school coordinates third cycle education through 6 doctoral programs with a diversity of disciplines, including basic as well as applied research related to significant segments of the Swedish industry. For instance, the steel, automotive, engineering, and energy-related industries. So 12% of the international students at KTH go on to PhD studies at KTH or other renowned universities. And admission to postgraduate students is granted continuously throughout the academic year. So watch out for the vacancies that are all announced at KTH website, and you can apply to them just as you would do to any position. And on this slide, you can see figures from KTH's latest career report, which shows that 50% of graduates secure a job before graduation, and doing your degree project with the company is often a great step in that direction. KTH graduates go on to excel in a wide range of fields, both in industry and academia. It's also worth noting that after graduation, you can apply for a 1-year job-seeking permit to stay in Sweden while looking for a job or a PhD position.
KTH offers many courses where you actively work with companies, as we have mentioned before, and this can greatly improve your portfolio and give you connections that you can later use. This is a very good step up when finding a thesis, which can then later create a job offer from that company. However, a job immediately after graduation isn't guaranteed, of course, so KTH graduates can still face job market challenges like industry demands, language, and specific skill set requirements. KTH does offer support services to help you navigate the career journey. And a little fun fact, the picture that you see here behind us is from KTH graduation ceremony, which is held in the same venue where the Nobel Prize banquet takes place, and it's the Blue Hall, which is inside Stockholm City Hall. During the autumn, KTH offers many activities to support you on every step towards KTH. You can visit their webpage where you can find a list of all events that are both digitally and in person. And make sure to register to get the chance to meet KTH in person to get first-hand information. We encourage you to join the program-specific webinars as they offer a deeper insight into each program, and it's an opportunity for you to meet program representatives, such as the program directors and also current students. And if you want to find out what current KTH students think about their studies at KTH, you can follow student bloggers and ask student questions online at the KTH website. You can also follow KTH on social media such as Instagram, WeChat, and the Little Red Book. And please join us on our social media channels and register for our newsletters to be kept up to date on all upcoming events. I would also like to highlight that you can also contact the student ambassadors, such as myself, but also the ones shown on screen, and they will be happy to answer your questions. And these are the people who have been answering your questions in the Q&A during this live session. And if you want to connect with them further, you can do so via the website shown on screen. The Q&A is now closed for new questions, but we'll keep it open until all current questions are answered. And if you have any additional questions after the webinar, please don't hesitate to reach out at info@kth.se. Thank you very much, and goodbye.
Yeah, thank you. Goodbye.